woman is facing a boatload of charges, all because of what police say she tried to get her little nephew to do Saturday night.
Fires extinguished, arrests made. We're at the epicenter of student celebrations, finding out just how crazy things got Saturday.
He came prepared only to shoot it.
And WKYT investigates why officials say they had no choice but to shoot a mountain lion 3 months ago.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. A babysitter is in jail tonight after her bizarre behavior, according to police, this weekend.
Police in Garrett County say she gave her 14-month-old nephew alcohol. Angela Spoonamore is also accused of throwing the boy. Now the toddler's mother says she's seeking justice against her own sister. Phil Pendleton has our top story at 6.
Inside the Garrett County courtroom Monday morning, 30-year-old Angela Spoonamore seemed confused when the judge asked her about her attorney.
Do you plan to speak with an attorney about the case against you?
No.
Police say while at a home on Cardinal Circle, while drunk, she tried to give the toddler she was watching over beer and rum in a sippy cup. Her charges include criminal abuse and wanton endangerment.
I guess I need a lawyer.
Police say Spoonamore was the 14-month-old's caregiver Saturday night and the sister of the boy's mother. Others at the home say it was simply a get-together to watch the UK game when Spoonamore's behavior got out of control. Police say the child was even thrown to the floor once. But the baby's mother tells me that her son never drank any of the alcohol. And even though he was taken to the hospital, she says he really did not suffer any kind of significant injury. Police say the mother told them when she dropped the child off with Spoonamore, she was sober and everything seemed fine. That was about 7 o'clock Saturday night. But hours later, the situation turned worse. Police were called and Spoonamore was arrested. And now she's facing some serious felony offenses.
A Class C would carry 5 to 10 years, so I mean, you're looking at some serious charges.
A not guilty plea was entered for her and a preliminary hearing set for April 7th. In Garrett County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Police say the child was taken to Fort Logan Hospital in Stanford for observation.
The street is notorious for wild post-UK game celebrations. And this year, Lexington Police and Fire have plans to keep fans on State Street in line. They're also telling us that their proactive approach to rowdy fans this year is working. Kristen Kennedy breaks down the number of arrests and injuries from the recent celebrations.
On game nights, their presence is as common as a cat's cheer. Officers in riot gear lined State Street this weekend, putting a barrier between the students in the street and our camera crews documenting the madness.
Our primary goal is to be there to make sure that people can be safe and to enjoy themselves, and I think that that's something that we did.
Police arrested 18 people Saturday. Spokesperson Sherelle Roberts says all for alcohol intoxication. Some faced an extra charge, disorderly conduct.
We had a couple of people who passed out or fainted or were unable to walk or be aware of their surroundings or take care of themselves because they were so intoxicated.
Their charges and the number police consider low. Firefighters didn't keep up with the number of flames they extinguished.
For the most part, I believe it was like, spur of the moment type things, people setting their t-shirt on fire or maybe a pizza box or something like that. Nothing, no houses or cars.
Last year, firefighters say a huge reason for taking fans to the hospital was cuts from broken glass bottles. This year, they say they didn't take anyone for that reason. Fire crews Battalion Chief Joe Best says transported 8 people to UK hospital Saturday night. 1 for an allergic reaction to the smoke, another for burns, and the rest alcohol intoxication. In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Fire crews say that all fires they put out Saturday were small, and portable fire extinguishers allowed their crews on the streets to work more efficiently. With the Wildcats in the Final Four, Big Blue Nation becomes big business here in Lexington. Employees at Kennedy's Wildcat Den have packaged hundreds of online orders over the past 2 days, with even more coming in person. If you're looking for tickets to the game, though, get ready to drop some serious cash. According to SeatGeek, the average price for a ticket to the Final Four this weekend is more than $1,600.
Spring is finally starting to make its way back to the bluegrass, but we'll have to give a little to get those warmer temperatures. We're tracking the chance of storms later this week. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look at the forecast. And Chris, the week's off to a fabulous start.
That it is. It only gets better from here over the next couple of days as we get ready to send March out on an absolutely spectacular note across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Today, as you mentioned, Jennifer, pretty darn good out there. Live look over Hamburg Pavilion. Big blue sky over top of us. The greening bluegrass state out there as well. Current temperatures upper 50s to low 60s. Humidity, though, is absolutely bone dry. It's 27% right now. So you got a little static factor that is in play as we go through the evening. And with that dry air, as the sun continues to set, gets lower on the horizon, those temperatures will drop off fairly quickly this evening. So from upper 50s to low 60s through the 40s as we go through the next couple of hours. Live First Alert Defender with a clean sweep across central and eastern Kentucky. We expect that to continue for a little while as spring weather finally arrives. Great filling temperatures. And as you mentioned, the potential is there for some showers and thunderstorms for the latter part of the work week. Looks like our Easter weekend may get off to a thundering start. We'll show you how it ends and take a little look at what Wildcat fans heading to the Final Four in Indianapolis can expect. That's when I come back in about 10 minutes.
It is meant to help curb the state's heroin epidemic. Last week, Kentucky lawmakers passed a bill attacking heroin abuse and supporting addiction programs like a needle exchange.
Fayette County has decided to start a needle exchange program. Sean Moody talked to health officials about how it will work. It's a story that's new at 6.
The director of the Fayette County Health Department says this program will reduce the risk of getting jabbed by one of those dirty needles. He says they're ready to get it going as soon as they figure out the logistics.
As heroin use has gone up over the past few years, health officials say the risk of getting stuck with a dirty needle has also gone up.
It's a whole lot more likely now than it was a while back.
So part of the heroin law Governor Steve Beshear signed last week allows local health departments to create needle exchanges.
What I know is that they work and they're a good idea and that we're going to find a way to make it happen here.
Fayette County Health Department Director Dr. Rice Leach says those exchanges will reduce the risk of getting stuck with one of those dirty needles. Instead of ending up on the side of the road or somewhere else the public might end up, those needles heroin addicts turn in would go into hazardous waste bins.
Well, one of the concerns is it's not cheap to get rid of the infected or the dirty needles, but you got to do it.
The law went into effect immediately. Dr. Leach says the department is working quickly to get an exchange up and running here.
Whenever we can get it done. I don't have a date because the commissioner in Frankfurt has said that we need to get together with those who know something about it so that when we start, we do it the right way.
Now, of course, this law creates an option for local health departments to do this. It's not mandated across the state. Dr. Leach said he understands that some of the counties up in northern Kentucky are looking to act on this soon as well. In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Health Department officials say reported cases of hepatitis C and HIV have gone up the past few years. A new report from the state auditor on Kentucky's rural hospitals echoes the results of a WKYT investigation. Auditor Adam Edlin says a quarter of the state's 66 rural hospitals are in danger of closing. He says that 15 of them are in poor financial health. Our investigative reports last month, Nicholas County officials told us they believe the system is in crisis because rural hospitals are burdened with a greater number of Medicaid patients. Edlin believes one of the biggest problems is a shrinking private insurance market.
When you see a disappearance of private insurance and a heavier utilization of government insurance, your former business model has to be transformed.
Edlin recommends the governor convene a task force to look for new ways for those hospitals to continue providing care.
They say it was a no-brainer. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife continue to look into where a mountain lion killed in Bourbon County back in December came from. And we found out the giant cat may have been a pet. Miranda Combs investigates why officials shot and killed the mountain lion.
Divot is a Rhodesian Ridgeback. His job is to protect his owner's property from coyotes.
Hey, don't knock over the camera.
Animals that might hurt the mini terriers she keeps.
Could have been done just on brush, but that's the day it happened.
Divot carries a couple of badges of courage these days.
And I don't know if it was the lion that did it or if he just ripped it.
These cuts happened the day Divot found a mountain lion on Aurora Rubel's land.
He darts into this brush pile and chases something up a tree, which I thought was probably a squirrel or a raccoon. Only I was on the back side of the tree. These great big paws come around about 30 feet off the ground. I go around to the other side of the tree, and it was this mountain lion.
She didn't know much about mountain lions, but knew no one would believe what she was seeing. So she snapped some pictures, went back to the house, and set in motion Kentucky Fish and Wildlife's investigation. This officer showed up armed.
He came prepared only to shoot it.
They hopped back on the four-wheeler and took Divot to the tree. The mountain lion was gone, but Divot found it again. This picture spread quickly on social media, but after this, not much was shared with the public. We knew the mountain lion was taken for a necropsy to find out if it was wild or a pet and where it was from. That was more than 3 months ago.
We filed an open records request for documents relating to the mountain lion. Most of the documents were denied because Fish and Wildlife say this is an open investigation. However, we did get emails.
I have seen photos tonight, and immediately its fat physique leads to think that it is certainly an escaped animal. I have verbal confirmation that the teeth have an abundance of plaque and its paws are quite dull, all supporting that it was a pet in a previous life. That email from a program coordinator for Kentucky Fish and Wildlife. There were multiple emails supporting the department's decision to kill the mountain lion because the closest tranquilizer gun was 2 hours away. The commissioner writes this the day after. Not to be short, but it is a no-brainer. We wait for the dart gun. It is almost dark. Cat jumps out of the tree in a neighborhood with kids. Cat hurts a child or disappears into the night and we can't find him. Then think about what the press and everyone would have said if a child got hurt because we didn't shoot it when we had the chance. They would have really made the department look stupid and irresponsible. I go with shooting the cat every time. And the program manager comments 3 days later, there was no way that we could get immobilizing agents to the location in less than 1.5 to 2 hours. Thanks, of course, to DEA restrictions and our now limited staff that are licensed to maintain possession of drugs.
He's going to be 3 in May.
Aurora Rubel has had time to think about that cold day in December and research the cat her dog found.
Generally, they avoid people and they're not really dangerous to people.
And an email from Cougar Rewilding Foundation to Kentucky said, no one has ever been attacked by a treed cougar. No one has been attacked in 25 years of cougar dispersal into the Midwest. No one has been attacked by a cougar east of the Rockies in 165 years.
Had I known more about mountain lions, I probably would have not told anybody that it was on my property.
And Kentucky Fish and Wildlife are not commenting on the investigation at this time. However, they did call me today to say the officer did not show up at Rubel's home to kill the animal. The officer went out to investigate and after assessing all the facts, made the decision to shoot the animal, guys.
In your story, you say that the nearest tranquilizer gun was about 2 hours away. Is it typical not to have one closer than that?
Apparently, it's normal to have them far away. I talked to the Missouri Fish and Wildlife just to get some perspective on this, and they said, yeah, you know, it has to be licensed through the DEA, and not everyone carries these guns, so it's not uncommon, apparently.
Interesting update, Miranda. Thank you.
Thank you, Miranda.
Follow WKYT online at WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Kentucky's nearly 120,000 Vietnam veterans are being recognized today.
Governor Beshear has declared today Vietnam Veterans Day in the state. Today marks the 42nd anniversary of combat troops leaving South Vietnam. About 1,100 Kentuckians died in Vietnam, and around 118,000 Vietnam veterans still live in Kentucky.
Now.